Alrighty. Hello, fellow Hootats. I was gonna make a video earlier and I forgot, so I don't. Considering it's 1:43 a.m., I don't expect it. Damn. Okay, you jumped on there. I was just getting ready to say I don't expect people to watch the video, considering it's 1:43 in the morning. But I just thought, what the hell? I'll make a quick, short video, 10, 12 minutes long, maybe. I don't know. So, Mark Ingram practiced yesterday. I know that. And the Saints cut defensive tackle Jay Bromley and signed cornerbacks Dimitri Goodson and Josh Robertson. Goodson used to play for the Packers. I think that's pretty much, Alvin Kamara was named FedEx Ground Player of the Week. Yesterday, Will Lutz was named the Let me think a minute. The Special Teams Player of the Month. Well, the day before, 2 days ago, I think, actually. Maybe it was yesterday. Demario Davis was named, I think, Defensive Player of the Week. I'm looking back at everything. Yeah, NFC Defensive Player of the Week. I'm looking back because I don't have it memorized. So, a bit of news there. And Brees is 201 yards away from the NFL all-time passing yardage leader. So, that is, I'm going to say Saints 47, Redskins -3. Now, let's see. A predictable score? Saints 34, Redskins 24, something like that. But I won't be surprised if they blow them out because, whatever. I mean, Redskins do have Adrian Peterson, and I'm still pissed that he didn't come and sign my damn card that time when I went to Saints practice. That fucker went off the field laughing with the trainer. Looked right at us and started fucking laughing. I ain't signing nothing. I'm like, motherfucker. So, still pissed me off. I couldn't get his auto. Because I have a couple of his rookie cards. So, I don't think they made a Saints card of him. Unless, Topps does something with the cards now where you do them online. If there's a goal met within a week, you can go online, pay like $10 and print up a card. Digital things. So maybe people did that. I don't know. Yeah. Do you follow my regular account, Future Sale? Because I could definitely, I have like 2-3 mods on there, but they never really show up anymore. I used to have like 5, 6, 7, 8 people at one shot watch one. I think the record's like 14 on my regular account. On here, I think it's like 16 or 17. I forget. Also, YouTube is weird because it'll go 51, 52, 49, 40. It's just been acting weird lately, so I don't know what's going on. Cousins is a good quarterback, but we got Davenport. We got Cam Jordan. So, yeah, it's that one. Okay. Yeah. My friend has 2 accounts on here. If you count this one, it's 3, but he never comes on this one. He always monitors the Facebook one. He don't really post on YouTube anymore, but I'm in a bunch of his videos. He does weird shit. We used to go to the beach, and he would used to put this stupid anime shit on there. It drove me crazy. But I have like 2 or 3. Like I said, I have 2 or 3 mods on that channel, but they don't come on my YouTube anymore. They still follow. But, I didn't even know Jordan Reed was with the Redskins. The only people I can tell you who's on the Redskins is Cousins, Adrian Peterson, And that's probably it right now. I haven't studied them. So I haven't really studied too much of the Redskins. I mean, we got till Monday night. Kind of sucks because Sunday comes around, we don't have football. So, and most of my fantasy players are Saints players Monday night. Stephen Gostkowski, the Patriots kicker, got me 9 points. He was 1-1 of field goals, and he kicked 5 PATs. So that field goal he must have been 40 or no, it would have been it must have been in the 40 range because 50 would have got me 2 points. 50 would have got me 3 points. So it must have been in a 40 or under. So I'm leading in my fantasy 9-0, and my opponent has a bye player in his starting lineup. So if he doesn't change it, and he's got Jimmy Graham, who's also questionable, so that would give me an advantage. But my fantasy opponent's 3-1, and he lost his first game last week. So, yeah, that's right. It is Alex Smith, isn't it? That's all right. I would have made the same mistake. Liverpool. That's the wrong kind of football. I don't know about soccer, really. I mean, I don't know. This is a Saints page. It's nothing to do with Liverpool. But I know of them. I just don't, follow whatever. So, let's see. What the hell was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. My fantasy opponents got Mahomes as quarterback, and Ty Gurley is the running back, and Barkley is the other running back. A.J. Green is the wide receiver. Eagles defense, and he's got Tucker as the kicker. So this is going to be a tough test, indeed, for my fantasy week. But I have Mark Ingram back in my starting lineup. I'm doing fine. I purposely added Calvin Ridley, so I'm kind of breaking my own unwritten rule. I usually don't put Falcons players or Bucks players or Panthers players on my team. One time I put Cam Newton on there, but that was a long time ago. But there are exceptions to breaking the rules, so Vernon Davis still plays for the Redskins? I thought they cut him. No matter. He sucks ass. I'm not too worried about him. I'm pretty sure we'll win. It's a home game, We're not gonna lose. There's no way. Can't lose to the Redskins. Everybody picked the Saints to beat us. Everybody picked the Saints to beat the Redskins. So, of course, the Saints can beat us if we're our own worst enemy, of course. And if Drew Brees played Drew Brees, then that'd be a conundrum. But everybody's like, 201 passing yards. Brees will get that in the third quarter. You know what I say? Fuck that shit. Throw deep to Kamara 5 or 6 times. Throw deep to Thomas 5 or 6 times. By the end of the first quarter, he should have 200 yards passing easily. You never know what's going to happen. Oh, yeah. Don't remind me of that game. I tend to block out these playoff losses in my brain. I don't remember them until I honestly forgot we played that game until last year when I was looking at something. I was like, I don't remember playing the 49ers in the playoffs in 2012. Wait a minute. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. That was the 38-37, 37-36. That was the fucking game where that bastard caught the touchdown with like 10 seconds left or something, or 12 seconds left and beat us. But then again, 2012, he was a good player. So I don't think Vernon Davis is pretty good. He's bounced around. Before the 49ers cut him, he went to, I don't remember what, I think he was on Dallas or something. I don't remember. Maybe he went straight to Washington. Who knows? There we go. Coughing up a lung here. But yeah, definitely. I think we're gonna win. And actually, yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of Breeze throwing his 400th career touchdown pass to the CJ Spiller overtime win. So that's a good thing. Brady hit 500 freaking touchdowns last night. Okay, that was weird. I hit the wrong button, so it froze for a second. So hopefully everybody's still here. I almost exited out the YouTube, so it froze on me for a split second. We are still here, right? I can still be seen. I hope so. Otherwise, I'm talking to myself. Oh, okay, good. I hit the X thing by mistake where you X out a tab and it froze on my side and it said, do you want to leave site? And I was like, oh shit, no, I hit the wrong tab. Because when I do that on my side on the computer, it freezes. And I'm like, uh-oh. So, YouTube just did this thing again. It went 11:22, 11:21, 11:22, 11:21, 11:22. The time. It's doing this lately. It's going backwards. It's weird. YouTube's a bunch of. I think the beta is a bunch of bugs still. I haven't fixed it. So I don't know. But yeah, it is something. It is something there that we did all of that. Mark Ingram gave Taysom Hill a nickname about Zoom and Boom. Taysom is Taysom. Taste some of these. So it is pretty good. And Saints offense this year, over 1,600 total yards, 34.3 points per game. No signs of slowing down. But a weird stat, well, actually, it's not too weird if you think about this. The Saints have the top run defense, but the worst pass defense. So, Le'Veon Bell, he don't play for. I don't give a shit. He don't play for us. Why the fuck would he come back anyway? Especially, he's not going to come back to week 7. What the fuck's that all about? Technically, he doesn't have to come back to week 10. Anything after week 10, he loses a year in free agency. So I don't know. But after Earl Thomas broke his leg, he's like, I'm not coming back. And then 24 hours later, he announces he's coming back. So I don't know. Whatever. I mean, he's still going to make the franchise tag is $15 million. Even though he signs the franchise tag, he's still going to make $9.5 million this year. So, Plus, he's going to have to pay whatever fines for missing games and practices since he's technically. Well, no, I don't know. I think he might, but he's technically not under contract, so I don't know how that works. But I'm sure the team will probably fuck him in that category. I'm trying to trade to get Le'Veon Bell because this one of my fantasy people in my auto draft, but I don't think he's active because I tried to trade a kicker for Le'Veon Bell, and any normal person would turn down that trade. But the trade's still active, so that just, but I got Dez Bryant sitting on my bench, He said he couldn't play because he had what was it? Not tremors. He had like panic attacks or some shit, so he couldn't play. That's why he had to turn down the Ravens off in the preseason. He wants to go back to the Cowboys, but the Cowboys made it like really clear, we don't want you. So I don't know. It's not that he was trash. I always was a Mark Ingram fan. I met him. I got his autograph on the Alabama card. Seemed, pretty nice guy. It's just that Ingram didn't live up to his potential until 2 years ago. I mean, yeah, he was still good, and yeah, he was splitting time. I think he split time with maybe Reggie Bush's last year here, possibly. I think it was he was splitting time with. But if you look at Ingram's stats, I don't think he's got over 1,000 yards until last year or the year before. Before that, he was getting 400, 500. He was sort of doing like Kamara, 400, 500, 600. But he wasn't doing Kamara things. So a lot of people have been wanting to trade him for the longest time, or cut him or get rid of him. But I was like, nah, he's a good back. He was really never the feature back until 2 years ago. I mean, he was kind of, they would split time with everybody. So, I mean, Ingram's pretty good. And at some point this season, barring injury or another suspension or something, he's gonna break Deuce McAllister's all-time rushing record for the Saints history. So he's got 2011 he had 474 yards. 2012, he had 602. 2013, he had 386 on 78 carries. 2014, he had 226 rushes for 964 yards. 2015, he had 166 rushes for 769. 2016, he had 205 rushes for 1043 and 6 touchdowns, 5.1 average. Last year, he had 230 for 1124 and 12 touchdowns, which is his best season yet. So in those first 4 or 5 seasons, he was splitting time. But he's only, he's only about 730 some odd yards from breaking McAllister's record, because McAllister has 6,096, if I remember right. Let me look it up to verify. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. But if and when he does break Deuce's record, I can still say I met the all-time rushing leader. So, okay, yeah. McAllister has 6,096. Ingram's got 5,362. So that is 30, 92, 34, 35. Okay, Ingram needs 735 yards to break Deuce's record. Okay, and it's kind of funny because Deuce did it in 97 games, 1,429 attempts. Ingram's got 94 games under his belt, 1,183 attempts. Deuce, 49 yards, 49 career rushing touchdowns. Ingram's got 44. Deuce's longest rush was 76. Ingram's was 75. So they're pretty much right there with, all time. Of course, George Rogers is still number 3, and he only had less than 1,000, So, and a lot of these even, so. Some of these people only played 2-3 years and right up there in the record books. Boom and Zoom. Ingram had 5. Wait, let me look this up. Ingram last year had 12 rushing touchdowns, no receiving touchdowns. So that's 12. Kamara had 8 rushing touchdowns and 5 receiving, so that's 13. So 13 and 12 is 25. That's rushing and receiving. I don't think either one of them. Oh, actually, and Kamara got a return, a kick return. So you add that one, it's 26. I don't think either one of them threw a pass. So they got 26. They had 26 touchdowns last year combined between the two of them. And Kamara had a 2-point conversion also. Kamara had 86 points scored. And Ingram had 72. Will Lutz had 140. So he's going to be on pace for that again, kicking. So yeah, it's not too bad. while I'm at it, let me look up the. I think we have a winning record against Washington. Let me see. I usually look up the all-time records and I look up stats. And Saints have a winning record against 8 teams, I believe, and they're tied with another 4 or 5, if I remember right. Let's see. What's our record against Washington all time? Wait a minute. Okay, that's what I want. Our record against Washington all time is 9 wins and 17 losses. So they have us beat there. Although we did win the last game against them. So, in fact, yeah, we won the last game. So we beat the Redskins in 67, 68, 73, 79, 92, 2002, 2003, 2009, and 2017. So that's your 9 W's. We could have. We need cornerbacks because I don't care how good they are. I don't care that PJ Williams forced a fumble. We still need cornerbacks. I mean, I know we signed 2 of them today, but let's see what's what. Yep, that's the Achilles heel. The Ravens. Only team Drew Brees has not beat. I think he's like 0-5 or something like that, maybe 0-4. I don't know. I don't even think Drew Brees beat him in the preseason. I don't think he played him in the preseason, even though we did. That's kind of a sucky stat because that means when he was with the Chargers, he beat the Saints. So, it's not the kind of thing. I think the only 2 quarterbacks to do that is Peyton Manning did it, I believe. And I don't know. I have to look that up. Maybe Dan Marino couldn't have done it because he stayed with the same team. I think Joe Montana did it, maybe. I'm pretty sure Peyton Manning did it. Brady and Rodgers couldn't do it because they've been with the same team. Okay, yeah, Favre. Well, in order to do it, you have to be with 2 teams. So, that's just how it works. But yeah, in the long run, that'd be something. So, Belichick didn't want Brady this year. He wanted to sign Garofalo to a long-term deal, and Robert Kraft overruled him. And Tom Brady found out, so Tom Brady's playing with a big chip on his shoulder. So, who knows how that would have worked out. But Garofalo got paid nice on the shelf for the rest of the year. So, necessarily, if that would have happened, Patriots would be in deep shit right now without Tom Brady. So, if I'm, oh no, they tried to trade Gronk during the preseason, and he came out and he said, "Tom Brady's my quarterback. If you trade me, I'm retiring." I never heard anything about last Monday, but they tried to trade him in June during minicamp, and he came out. They wanted to trade him to the Lions for like 2 number 2s or something like that. And he came out and he said, "Tom Brady is my only quarterback. I'm not playing for any other quarterback." He came out and he said that. He goes, "If you trade me, I'm retiring." And, of course, Belichick's going to The owner did that. Robert Kraft did that. Bill Belichick wanted to cut Tom Brady this offseason, and Robert Kraft overruled him. See, Bill Belichick is a control freak. He's the de facto general manager, basically, as you know, most coaches. But it's the owner's goddamn team. He's the one that signs your checks. He's your boss. So if your boss, so Belichick's pissed off at his owner. I mean, But if you look at it like this, Tom Brady won that team 5 Super Bowls, so of course you're not going to get rid of that guy. But there comes a time where you got to rebuild. But I mean, looking at Tom Brady's stats this year, he's still playing pretty fucking good. He's not up there in Drew Brees' category. You know, one of these goddamn football announcers said, Drew Brees is the greatest quarterback ever, other than Tom Brady. And I'm like, people don't realize Tom Brady is in a system quarterback mode. Tom Brady is a system quarterback. If he didn't have Belichick, he couldn't win. In fact, 3 out of 5 of his goddamn Super Bowls were cheated on. The Tuck rule bullshit, that was bullshit because that was a fumble. The Deflategate bullshit led him to a Super Bowl with the cell phones and the other one, not the Bounty Gate, but whatever the fuck they called it. I forget the name of it. Whatever gate. That led them to another Super Bowl. So 3 out of those 5 Super Bowls they cheated. And they want to talk about the Saints with the Bounty Gate. Did you see Sean Payton? He went on one of these shows and he actually said he didn't want to be the Saints head coach. He was up for the Packers head coaching job, and he interviewed with Ted Thompson, the general manager, because the Packers don't have an owner per se, and he interviewed with Ted Thompson, and he was in New Orleans, and Ted Thompson called him up and said, we're going in a different direction, and hired Mike McCarthy. So basically, we can kind of thank Ted Thompson for, okay, that's cool. I'm still going to ramble. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on here, so, it just depends. But Sean Payton also said that the NFL tried to stick it to him, and 2 owners called up Tom Benson telling them, you should fire Sean Payton. And Tom Benson's like, no, he's my coach. I have faith in him. He's not going anywhere. I bet you them 2 fucking owners were Arthur Blank and the Carolina owner, them assholes. Whoever those 2 owners are, they're pieces of shit. So I don't know if Sean Payton knows. Tom Benson's the one that came up to Coach Payton and told him about this shit. So, Drew Brees should have won the MVP every fucking year. He's never going to win MVP. He's not going to win it this year because Alvin Kamara is going to win the MVP. We all know that. So that's not going to happen. So it is something. So, all right, we got 2 people here. Second person, I don't know who y'all, but you can feel free to talk if you like saying stuff. But one sub away from the magical 100. So, I think that Bucks dude is still following us. I don't know why. If I lose a sub between here and there, it's probably him because I wish I could ban him off my thing. I don't know how you do that. I wish I could. I can only mute him. He may be the one watching right now. I don't really know, but Buccaneers dude, get off my damn page if because we don't want you here. Yeah, I'm not being an asshole. Nothing. It's just you're the enemy. And we don't want the Buccaneers enemies here. I don't go on your page and start shit, so whatever. So that's why you're muted, because I mute these fuckers beforehand. Of course, the JP and the with the TTC crap. I don't get into all that shit. I mean, if somebody starts with me, I'm gonna go back at them, but I don't need anybody slandering me with freaking videos and whatnot. So. He gave us a shout out a couple videos ago. So Saints fans are more than welcome to come on, and I don't care. But this TTC crap, I'm not gonna deal with that crap. I mean, but if a Falcons fan or a Bucs fan or Panthers fan or any other fan from any other team, mostly the Panthers, the Bucs, and the Falcons, if they want to come on my page and start shit, I can bring it to them fuckers because I'm not gonna deal. I can hold my own. Do I want to deal with them fuckers? No. I usually, if I see them, I'll just go on their page and block those fuckers so they can't, I just got to figure out if there's a way to ban him off my page because that Buccaneers dude, if I can figure out a way to get him off my page, it'll cost me a subscription. But you know what? I don't want them people on the Buccaneers fans. I don't want them on my page, period. They can go to their Bucs fans, Any other fan base other than the Falcons, Buccaneers, or Panthers is welcomed. Of course, 49ers and Rams fans from back in the NFC West days, they're not our rivals anymore, but I still don't like them to this day. But this is a Saints page made for New Orleans Saints fans. So that is who I want on here, Saints fans. But that dude that came on here the other day, who was a Packers fan, I have no problem with him coming on here. I have no problem with him subbing. I have no problem with him. Other fan bases that are not in our division, I have no problem. If they want to sub us, please feel free. It's football related. I'll talk about it, but I really want to stick to Saints football. That's how I want to do. But, welcome back. I was just rambling myself. There was somebody else on here, but I don't know where the hell he went to. Or maybe I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why that Bucs fan's following us. I'm going to see if I can get that bastard deleted off my account. So, he can go back to his Buccaneer thing. Like I said, it might lose me a sub, but I don't know. I am one sub away from 100, so. I was just rambling about how this is basically a Saints page, and we don't want Falcons, Buccaneers, and Panthers fans on here. Any other fan base can come on here, that's fine. Because I've already talked to a Redskins and a Packers fan, obviously. But, J.L. Perrin, hello there. I don't know if I've seen you here before. Maybe you're new, maybe you're not, but appreciate it. Well, Teddy's the backup quarterback. Dude's holding a fucking camera. Hilarious. Taysom Hill playing the quarterback. They actually gave Taysom Hill a couple of quarterback throws. Kamara dropped that pass. Watson dropped that pass. Hardy got that pass on the fake punt. They lined up Drew Brees as wide receiver. I doubt this is ever going to happen. And if it does happen, people are going to shit their pants at Drew Brees catching a pass and then getting hit. But I'd really like to see them throw a pass to Brees for a touchdown because that's probably the only way that's going to happen. Now, Drew Brees does have a receiving touchdown with the Chargers. LT threw him a pass. I think he's got like a 22-yard pass or something like that. LT got like seven passing touchdowns. No interceptions, I think it is, over his career. But I think Teddy's the backup quarterback, but Hill's actually got a few snaps at quarterback. So, who dat chat? We could call it that. Andrew, my friend, who I talked to, Saints, who dat discussion. He's probably sleeping because he lives in New York. He's on every. That's why I made him a mod too. The Who Dat Discussion podcast. He's on every one. I think he missed maybe 2 of them, and one because he was sleeping, and one because he was busy. And I understand that. He was apologizing to me, but because he didn't get to see it. But I'm like, dude, you don't have to be on here every time. I understand it. People have lives. We have stuff to do. He'll go back and watch this later because I watch all his videos. So I'll give him another shout out. The Who Dat Discussion Podcast on YouTube. He's got 39 subs. He does his on Google Play and some other thing. He had a Facebook account, and Facebook deleted his account like 5 times. He gave him a photo ID, and they told me it was fake, so I don't know what's going on. And Facebook with all this data breach shit. Facebook keeps locking me out of my account where I got to change my password. Apparently, Facebook don't want me liking my own post because every time I like my own post, they kick me off. So I'm like, if you don't want me liking my own post, take the feature away. It makes no sense because they think it says suspicious activity. I didn't know liking a post counted as suspicious activity. And it always does this around the third quarter of a Saints game. After I've liked my own post. If I have like 8 posts and I like a post, I'll go like. And it just gets me. I don't do it all at once. But, you know, it's crazy. But, I'm guessing you sub to us, JL, if you're definitely a Saints fan. But if you haven't, please sub because you're at 100. So, yeah, I'm applying for jobs too myself because I've been out of work for a couple of months. So it's time for me to get back in the game. Last year at this time, I got to watch the first 8 Saints games, and then I got a job, and I missed every game after that, even the playoff game. But I listened to the playoff game. So, I mean, it's cool. I don't expect you to be on here all the time. I know we have lives outside of football. You know, I used to work for 6 years. I worked overnight. I did 3.5 at CVS. I go in from 9 p.m. and get off at 7. I did that 7 days in a row, and then I had 7 days off because it was a split schedule. So I go from Wednesday to Wednesday. So I'd have 37 hours one week, 32 the next. But, I mean, I got paid pretty decent. Working overnights is cool. I know JP does that. He said in his videos. The only thing about that is if you get off at 7, get off at 8, whatever it is, and you got a game coming on at noon, you might take a nap, but I used to take a nap and then miss the game. I'd wake up at like 4 in the afternoon, the game's over. I'm like, nah, I can't do that shit. Set my alarm clock, but because I always work from Wednesday to Wednesday. But I did that for 3.5 years. 7 days in a row, 7 days off. So I went to take my damn vacation, and I wanted to make it 21 days, and my boss flipped the lid. He's like, well, that's all your vacations this year. I said, no, I got 3 vacations. You're not taking all 3 of them and putting them into one. This dude was an asshole, you know. Karma got him in the ass. So, but yeah, I understand. I don't expect you to be on it every time. In fact, I think you're faster than Who Dat podcast. But Who Dat podcast, Who Dat Discussion podcast, Anthony, I believe his name is. I mean, Andrew, not Anthony. Andrew. I'm sorry. I apologize. Andrew. I was a guest on his show one time. I was the first guest he had on the show. I think it was episode 12 or 13. You could hear my ramblings on there. He's on here all the time. So, you know, it is what it is. So, okay, cool. I appreciate it, JL. In fact, if you sub to me and that Buccaneers fan didn't sub to me, it'll be 100. No, my name's not Thomas. No. That's not my name. So, yeah. If the if the numbers add up, you'll be number 100. Hooray! I hit a goal. One day I hope to monetize, but no, my name's not Michael either. Are you on this page looking for names? I have a dude that does that on my regular account. Can't remember his name. He said he was going to follow us on here. He never got around to it, but he does that with mine, my regular account. I'll do like a 2-hour video. He'll sit there the whole time and just listen. And I'm like, okay. Sometimes I'll do late at night, in the middle of the night things, videos like this one. I try to do them in the early afternoon. After every Saints game, I sacrifice the listening to the post game so I could do a live thing. I know when Deuce comes on, that dude went from like 2,000 to like almost 6,000. I tell you who got a good jump. No, it's not Jonathan either. If you're on his page, it's the very first one. It's episode 12 or 13. It'll say, from the Who Dat Nation. Yeah, so I tell you what, I gave her a shout out because she gave me a shout out several times. D Capri. She does the Saints perspective from the black woman watching football. And she usually has her two brothers next to her in most of the videos. She started her YouTube account, or she actually started going active like maybe the first or second week. No, right before regular season, I think. So maybe a month and a half tops. And she's got maybe 25, 26, 2,700 Twitter followers. She's a character. Okay. She got a bunch of people following her. I think the last time. Yeah, she will. She gave me a heart on everything. Well, anyway, she started her account maybe not even a month and a half ago. And she's already at 200, almost 250 subs. So I've had this account going for 5 years. Or at least 5 years. No, I think it was whatever it is. But then again, I did 3 videos, and for like 2 or 3 years, I couldn't do anything until the beta gave me the option to live stream, because I still don't know how to do actual videos. So granted, I had like 20 or 30 on it. So granted, since April, I built this up from 30 to whatever it is now, close 100 or whatever it is. But somehow she got people to, and I share it. I share it on my Facebook. I share it on my Twitter. I have a Facebook account. We Are the Who Dat Nation. It's almost got 19,000 fans. That's over a 10-year period. It just doesn't translate. The numbers don't translate from doo-doo-doo. No, that's not my name either. But if I can get 10% of those people, 1,900 on here, I'd have enough to get monetized. Only problem, though, is my friend started this account. It's under his email address. He's never made a video on here, and he's really kind of shy. He does make videos on his old page. Well, he hasn't anymore. But, no, it's not Keith. Probably chances are, since it's linked to his account, he would take all the money monetized. I'm sure he would probably maybe split it 50-50. But if I'm doing the videos and he's not doing anything on this, I should get it all. But he did make this YouTube page. So, but like I said, I'm sure he would let me do whatever. I don't know. He lets me run it. So when it comes to money, he sees money in his account, he'll spend it, whatever. I don't know. So my personal account, which is at 112, Field Guy 316. You can follow that too if you want, JR. That page, I talk about anything. I really don't care. That's the page I want to get monetized, because I can control that page and make money. This one, since it's under my friend started this one, but he lets me run it. I started another fan page. I started another Saints page a long time ago. I just don't fool with it anymore, so I just run this one and run the other one. It's much easier to do it. So, I'll well, it, but that's it. Anybody can follow that one. I don't care on that one. Of course, except Falcons, Bucks, and Panthers fans. I don't want them bastards following. On my regular account, I have a Raiders fan following me. I don't know. He just followed me. So I said, okay, fine, he's a Raiders fan. Not in our division, not even in our conference, so that's fine. But yeah, people like Deuce Windham, which I don't really throw out names to him, but he went from like 2,000 or 3,000, almost 6,000, just started the season, just, you know. But D Capri, I'll give her another shout out. Y'all should go follow her. She gave us a shout out numerous times, but like I said, her YouTube channel, I don't even think is technically, she might have started a long time ago, but she only started doing videos maybe 5-6 weeks ago, tops. And I think she's like around 239, 240. So I just don't know what I'm doing wrong to translate A to B to C. You know, I mean, I share this to this Facebook, I share it to the Twitter, and the usual three or four people will like it. Every so often, I'll get 1 or 2 likes on here. I mean, from that page, but maybe because I share it to that page, they figure, okay, I don't have to go to YouTube to watch it. I can watch it here. Maybe that's a detriment. But again, Dee shares her link on Twitter, and she gets the people. So I don't know what it is. I have no idea. But I just got to figure out a way to get whatever. I'm patient. I just do the live stream videos. Well, if you watch the first 3 videos, it's from training camp. So, okay, cool. Good Lord. Carolina fans are terrible. And they follow a quarterback who is a complete moron. Scam Newton, or Fig Newton, however you want to call him. He does his Superman impression. Well, let me tell you, he ain't Superman. He should be doing his shit his pants kryptonite, because we swept his ass 3 times last year. Not once, not twice, but we got the bonus sweep, 3. The only thing that would make that better is to play them in the preseason and swipe their ass 4 times in a row. You know, so, and if the Panthers somehow make the playoffs this year, which I hope they don't, we'll kick their ass again. 3-0, we beat them twice at home. That's an accomplishment there. And Cam Newton, that sumbitch still wants to talk shit. It's like, okay, when you beat us, come back in and talk shit, right? Until you beat us, you ain't got no shit. 3-0. Yeah, that was last year. Well, the playoff game was this year because it was in January, but yeah, I seen that meme where they got the ET phone home. Yeah, I seen that. One time he wore an all pink shirt, and I called him the pink blueberry from Willy Wonka. I'm like, what the fuck? It was hilarious. That dude, he thinks he's a pimp, but he's too immature. I've always hated Cam Newton because Cam Newton used to play for Auburn, and I'm an LSU fan. So I've always hated Cam Newton. I hated that bastard in college because he beat LSU one time on a play, which was bullshit. So I've hated him since college. So it's no surprise that he went from Auburn, which is the enemy, to Carolina, which is the enemy. You know, I mean, the only thing would be worse is he leaves Carolina and he goes to the Falcons or he goes to the Bucks. But he couldn't do shit with the Bucks, and he's never going to be with the Falcons. So I can honestly say he's probably going to be for Carolina for life. But he actually has the most touchdowns rushing by a quarterback now. I think he's got 49 or 50. He beat Vic's record for as far as rushing touchdowns. But yeah, Scam Newton, Fig Newton, Pinocchio boy, whatever you want to call him. Shit stain is more appropriate in his term. I don't like him. I never did like him. He's too fucking arrogant. He thinks the world revolves around him, and when shit goes down, he fucking pouts like a 3-year-old. I mean, the man's what, 26, 27, 28? Grow the fuck up, for Christ's sakes. You know? Stop pouting. It's a football game. He pouts like a 3-year-old. We give him his blankie, in his finger and stuff, you know. It happens. Well, Delahome went to the Panthers because the Saints didn't want him, which is a stupid-ass move because we should have never cut him because Delahome was way better than Aaron Brooks. So, I still can't believe Deuce Windham actually said Archie Manning, Aaron Brooks is better than Archie Manning. I can't believe that man said that. He's a scout. He sat there and watched all his film. I made a video about that, like, because he posted that on Twitter, and I just had to say something, and he commented on it. But I mean, you know, it's crazy. But yeah, Joe Horn did go to the Falcons, but yeah, you know, I remember 1993. Bobby Hebert went to the Falcons, and I remember I was 13. First thing I did, I had a bunch of Bobby Hebert cards. First thing I did, ripped them up, tossed them. I was so pissed off that happened. I did the same thing when Morton Anderson signed for the Falcons. I got so pissed off, I ripped up all my Morton Anderson cards because I was like, I mean, I wish I bought most of them back, the Saints cards. I bought most of them back over the years over eBay and this and that. But, I mean, I was a teenager then when that happened. But, you know, you're still like a kid mostly. But I had about 10 or 12 Hebert cards, and I had about probably 10 or 12 Morton Anderson cards. That's the only two times I can remember ever ripping up cards because they went to the Falcons. But we did get Michael Haynes from the Falcons to the Saints. So he panned out okay. I mean, we got Jim Everett from the Rams back in the old NFC South when we had to play the Rams and the 49ers each year. So, welcome back. Mm-hmm. The Saints played a welcome back song to Ingram in practice yesterday. I don't know what band, so I'm thinking welcome back. So they should have played the welcome back Cotter song to him. I don't know if I could sing that or not. It might. I don't know if it's copyrighted. I don't know. Don't want to pull a copyright. Mm-hmm. But yeah. That is how I look at it, pretty much. All right, there we are. I'm just looking at what other stuff. It's 2:30ish in the morning, and we're having fun. So let's see. I don't really know what much to say on that topic. I was only going to make a 10, 12-minute video, but most of the time my videos run long because people are on it, and I don't want to. I always hate ending a video when someone's on here because I don't have enough people. It's not like when Deuce has a live stream and he has 200 people on the stream with 5,000, you know. Maybe one day that'll happen. I don't know what that super chat thing is, but it says you need 1,000 subscribers for that. The thing I don't get is people actually pay $2, $5, $10. They throw money at Deuce to answer questions. I answer questions for free. I mean, if I could figure out a way to make, you know, he's got the Patreon set up. I don't know how to do all that shit, but if people are stupid enough to throw money at him for answering the simplest questions anybody can answer, I can do that, you know. I don't have to look at game footage and stuff. I'm just a casual, diehard fan. But it just boggles the mind that, you know. Oh, yeah, I've watched. Oh, YouTube recommends me stuff like Browns fans having meltdowns with the Zane Gonzalez kicker thing. When we beat the team, when we beat the Falcons, there are a few Falcons fans. I watched a few of their video meltdowns. I did comment on the Falcons fans. I was like, rise up. I was like, rise up, motherfucker. I think not. And when we beat the Giants, there's this one Giants fan, and he just pretty much went absolutely mental. Like, the dude had a nervous breakdown on YouTube, and it's so funny to watch. I was like, you know what, man? I commented on his chat, and I'm like, I'm not going to shit on you. You're not a Falcons fan. You're not a Bucs fan. You're not a Panthers fan. So I had no reason to shit on you. Eli, New Orleans native. Odell Beckham, New Orleans native. You have a few, Nathan Stupar on the Saints. Now he's on the Giants, which I don't even know if he played in that game because I don't remember his name being called once. I was like, I wish you nothing but the best for the rest of the season. But the Giants are 1-3, and they're not going anywhere. They can't block. They couldn't do it last year. That's why Eli sucked. They wanted to get rid of Eli last year, and they kept him around. So his offensive line portrays him. And has the last game, whatever. I think at some point, I know the Giants just paid a shitload of money to Odell Beckham, but at some point, before he ends his career, I have a suspicion he's gonna want to play for the Saints. He's gonna want to retire as Saint. It may be 10 years down the road, but at some point, he may be 35, but at some point, I think he's going to play for the Saints. I just have a feeling. He may not be nearly as good as he was when he was with LSU or with the Giants, but, by that point, 10 years from now, in 10 years, I don't see Sean Payton coaching with us. I don't see Mickey Loomis being the GM. I hope they are around in 10 years, but you never know what's going to happen. That's a long way off. But Odell Beckham is just like Mike Thomas. Them one-handed catches that Odell Beckham did for the Giants, he used to do that shit all the time at LSU. Every play, people were like, holy shit, they can't believe he did this in the NFL. He did that shit every week in LSU. He used to do it for practice. He did it in the game several times. One game against Ole Miss, he did that like 5 times. Oh, yeah. Most of the Cardinals' defense is from LSU. Honey Badger, Patrick Peterson. I think Glenn Dorsey's on the Cardinals now. He wasn't the 49ers, maybe. That'd be something if we get Patrick Peterson. I'm telling you, if we had Patrick Peterson and Honey Badger on our defense, we'd be unstoppable. But Saints don't like to pick up LSU players. They don't like to draft them. We drafted Will Clapp, and he ain't even played this year. Saints like to draft Ohio State players because there's like 5 or 6 on the roster, which is good because we got Mike Thomas. And I understand they're going for the best available person. But sometimes, I'm still kind of pissed we let go of Rick Leonard. We let him go. We signed him back. I don't think anybody claimed him. I hadn't heard anything. He was a tight end turned into offensive lineman or something like that. No, he's a basketball player, something like that. He get turned to football. Saints let go half their freaking practice squad, like 4 players. They cut JT Barrett again for like the 15th time this season. They cut him, Rick Leonard. They cut 2 other guys, Arian Springs, and I forget the 4th guy's name. Dion Yelder. And they gave Dion Yelder like $100,000 signing bonus. And they cut him, so this is the year LSU is going to beat Alabama. Because if LSU loses to any team, the only team LSU can lose to is Bama. I don't see that happening. The stars are lined up. LSU plays Bama in Tiger Stadium at night, unless CBS fucks it over and has a 2:30 game. Last couple of years, we held them tight. We lost that 10-0 game, but yeah. Wait. I don't. Yeah, Josh Robertson. We got a cornerback. I don't know where he's from. But yeah. Mark Ingram's from Alabama. Kamara came from Tennessee. Actually, Kamara started at Alabama, but he got into trouble. and he got kicked off the team, went to junior college, and he went to Tennessee. And we could thank Tennessee for not playing him as much because it saved everything. So we have a lot of SEC flair on the Saints. You know, of course, Drew Brees was from Purdue. Taysom Hill from BYU. You know, Cam Jordan came from Cal. And, you know, Davenport was from Texas San Antonio, so we kind of, you got your flair. And, you know, Crawley came from Colorado. P.J. Williams came from Florida State. You know, so you got all of them, you got all of, what you call it. And then you got your tight ends. I actually don't know what school Ben Watson went to. That's a stumper for me. I can look it up, but I don't remember. But you got your variety there, you know. And then you got your other wide receivers. You know, Traquan Smith came from Central Florida. You know, and this is just off the top of my head. I'm not looking at anything. I'm just, you know. Ted Ginn came from Ohio State, too. Saints have 4 or 5 players from Ohio State on the team. So, you know, it ain't too bad. So, yeah. So, I mean, we got a flair. But, yeah, for years, Saints would never sign LSU, pick up LSU. You know. Ohio State, my brother a couple of years ago moved to Ohio. He actually lives in Columbus. I don't know how far he lives from the stadium, but he's passed the stadium numerous times to go to his job. So, and he was never really a football fan. He never was a sports fan. I mean, he likes boxing. But all of a sudden in the last 2 or 3 years, he's become an Ohio State fan. So, and he just doesn't, he never had interest in football or anything like that. He was always boxing. But, you know, now he's like, oh, Ohio State's number 4 or number 2, number 3 in the nation. They're undefeated, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? So, I don't know. So that's how I kind of know Ohio State stuff, because my brother lives in Ohio. But I don't usually keep track or whatever. But Ohio State's got a good cornerback. I don't know his name, but he talks to Mike Thomas on Twitter all the time. I'm hoping Ohio State loses because LSU's ranked number 5. And the only 4 teams ranked to higher them is Alabama's number 1. I think Ohio State's number 2. Georgia's number 3 or 4. Who the hell's number 4? I don't remember. But anyway, LSU's 5. So, and you got 2 SEC teams ahead of us. We don't play Georgia, so we ain't got to worry about that. Unless we play Georgia in the SEC championship game. But I don't know if Alabama plays Georgia. But if Alabama plays Georgia, Alabama will beat Georgia. So probably we're gonna have to play Alabama twice this year. We can beat them once. Can we beat them twice? I don't know. But if we don't get them in the SEC championship, we'll play them in the playoff, whatever it is. So LSU is the only team to have 2 BCS national championship games, and they appeared in 3 of them. That Alabama team beat us. I don't know. But, yeah, it's, you know. See, I ramble about anything. I try to keep it Saints related, but I always ramble about other stuff. But, yeah, I'm still saying Saints going to win 34-24. Hell of a game Monday night. 201 yards separates Breeze from the records. So, you know. I don't know. Well, yeah, we have Hibbett Sports down. Well, not in my city. We have them further down, I believe. There's a few of them. I hate Alabama because I'm an LSU fan. Nick Saban used to be the LSU head coach, then he went to the Dolphins, and he's been with Bama. I still have an LSU signed football from Nick Saban that I won from WWL Radio in like 2002. You know. But after he left, we got Les Miles, who, despite Can't Tell Tom and a lot of times don't know where the hell he is. Even though the last two seasons he had an 8-5 record one year, and I think he had a 9-4 record the next year. And those were the two worst seasons we had in 25 years. That is weird. I don't think I've encountered that one before. That's like Atlanta Falcons. That's like people in Atlanta living in Atlanta. Not like. Then again, Atlanta Falcons don't have fans because they sent one of these. Not like a Funny or Die. I don't remember who it was, but somebody sent. It was one of these comedy things on YouTube. They sent this dude to interview Falcons fans, and everybody's like, "Where you from?" "Oh, I'm from Chicago." "Oh, I'm from Texas. I'm from blah, blah, blah." "You a Falcons fan?" "No, I'm a Bears fan." And they asked this one dude, he's like, "Where's all the Falcons fans?" He goes, "I think there's a couple Falcons fans across the street." And after about 20 minutes, he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, we found a Falcons fan." Oh, yeah. Saban wanted Drew Brees. The Miami Dolphins doctors didn't. Yeah. Oh, I guarantee a lot of things would change. Alabama wouldn't be winning all these goddamn championships, which pisses me off. LSU would have won another national championship, or 2, or possibly 3. So it's just, So this is the year. This is the year LSU beats Alabama. I hope they beat them 62-0. I'd be so happy. I think LSU's only beat Bama like 30 times ever. Alabama's won like 60 or 70 against us. But that's because Bear Bryant, for many years, basically cheated. We all know that. 30 some odd years, Alabama head coach. That man said the day he retires, he's going to die. That Bear Bryant retired, and a month later, he was dead. So he should have never retired. He should have coached. He should have coached until the day he died. Fuck, Alabama probably would have won another 10 championships. They should, yeah. They don't offhand. I'm getting tired. I'm probably going to wrap up this video in a few minutes, considering I've been on here for an hour. And I don't really know if anybody wants to watch the entire hour. I don't think they ever do. That might be a deterrent. I make videos too long, and then people don't want to sit here and watch the whole freaking video. Saints better win the goddamn Super Bowl this year because Drew Brees' window is closing and closing fast. Even though we know he's playing another 6 years till he's 45. That's all fine and good. But Drew Brees should have four Super Bowl rings right now. Defense fucked us twice, and we should have won last year. Minnesota Miracle my ass. You know how Minnesota won? They turned on the air conditioner at just the right time, which pushed the ball into his hands at just the right trajectory. And the wind was too much, and Marcus Williams fell down. Shit happens. It's life. He still ducks. He still ducks the media because the media won't leave him the fuck alone. It's from last year. He goes in there. He doesn't even shower. He goes in the locker room, gets dressed, out the door. I mean, the dude explained to the media 5 million times. He apologized. He's sorry. People were sending that man death threats last year, which is bullshit. That could have happened to anyone. Anyone could have fell down. Anyone could have did that. That could have happened to me. Could have happened to you. They're going to treat that man, 22, 23-year-old kid, they're going to treat him like shit. So, yeah. Don't worry, though. Drew Brees will win the Super Bowl this year. And he'll win it next year. And he'll probably retire a 3-time champ. Go out like John Elway. Win 2 in a row and go out. We need to clone him. But don't worry. Drew Brees has 3 boys. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have 3 quarterbacks for the Saints pretty soon. Although I'm kind of surprised we didn't get Peyton Manning or Eli Manning as a quarterback. So there's still time for Eli. I always said if the Giants cut Eli, we should have him as a backup. This was before we got Bridgewater. I said that last year. Eli should be a backup. The Saints should have traded a 7th-round pick for Eli last year. Because I guarantee you Eli would want to play home. You know. But, we got Bridgewater and we got Taysom Hill. Although Bridgewater can and probably will walk unless the Saints give him a shitload of money to stay, $10, $12 million for a backup role. Because, it is it is what it is. So, anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video because I'm really feeling tired. It's almost 3 a.m. Usually I can talk for whatever, but I want to try to get up and start running and working. I got so much shit I got to start doing lately. It's crazy. So, but like I said, I think my videos get too long, and that's why people don't want to technically watch them or whatever. I don't know. But, I do thank you, JL and Future Seal, for watching, and all the other ones who paid attention and watched. And, like 30 fans away from 19,000 on the We Are Facebook page. So, nah, we'll get a Super Bowl this year, and we'll get one next year. I'm pretty confident of that. Okay, that was weird. My screen just glitched. It went all blue. So, I don't know why it did that. Let me get off this video before it fucks up, and then I can't post the video, which is stupid. So I'm gonna head to sleep, but I'm gonna make I'll probably make another video before Monday night. I'll probably make one Sunday just for the fuck of it, maybe. I don't know. So appreciate you, JL. Future Seal, appreciate you. Y'all know any Saints fans, sub us at WATWDN on the Twitter. We are the Who Dat Nation on Instagram. We are the Who Dat Nation on Facebook. This is the YouTube video, blah, 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 blah. So appreciate y'all watching me. And if y'all want to hit that notification bell thingy, you can. I don't really care if you do, but, if you do, hey, you'll see more of me, whatever. But I really hate to leave people when they're still on here, but sometimes it's got to happen, But anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to get some sleep. Y'all have a good night. Who that say going to beat them Saints? Bing. Oh, yeah. That's how you know about me, Seal. With YouTube on me, it'll notify someone's on 17 minutes later. And I'll go to, it'll say live video, and I'll go to hit it, and they're not even on anymore. Sucks. So, I don't know. Notifications never work for me, so YouTube doesn't like me that way. So, I don't know. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. Appreciate it. Future Seal, if you see any Saints fans, recruit them for me. Since you're a mod, that's part of your job. Recruit them for me. I'm sure you do that anyway, but, it's all good. And then in return, if you ever start a page or you have a page, I'll get them to follow you, because it's all about following each other. So. All right, anyway, we're going to end this rambling. So thank you all for watching. Who dat? Go Saints. Who dat?